Wow, that was amazing. Thank you, Keenan. Welcome to MoAD's fourth annual Engage Symposium, Transcending Boundaries in Contemporary African Art. I am Minetta White, Executive Director of the Museum of African Diaspora, affectionately known as MoAD. This year's symposium is inspired by the two main gallery exhibitions currently on view at MoAD, centering artists Amoako Boafo and Billie Zangewa. Both exhibitions represent the first U.S. solo shows for these incredible artists. If you haven't seen the work at MoAD, you will get a brief peek into exhibitions at the halfway point of today's program. However, we encourage you to come to MoAD to see the work in person before they close on February 27th. The Engage Symposium was organized by MoAD Senior Director of Education, Dimitri Broxton. Like a traditional symposium, today's event is meant to be informative, diving into complex topics related to the future of contemporary African art. However, we intend for this to be an engaging and highly interactive event. We encourage you to participate in the chat with each other and the presenters. There will be many opportunities for you to connect in the virtual space and interact with one another. We are thrilled to work with our partners at Blackheart, who custom built this platform that you will experience today. The heart of today's program is the international host of artists, scholars, curators, writers, and art world personalities who will speak on today's three panels. We are so grateful to them for lending their time, passion, and perspectives to today's conversation. This program would not be possible without their contributions. We especially thank our keynote speaker, curator, and writer, Natasha Becker, the inaugural Curator of African Art of the Fine Arts of San Francisco. We also thank our program sponsors, the Westridge Foundation and Wells Fargo. We hope you walk away energized and filled with new perspectives on the past, present, and future of contemporary African art. Thank you, and now please join me in welcoming the organizer of this year's symposium, Dimitri Broxton.
Hi, I'm Dimitri Broxton, Senior Director of Education at MoAD. It is my honor to welcome this year's keynote speaker, Natasha Becker. Born and raised in South Africa, Natasha Becker is the inaugural Curator of African Art at the Fine Arts Museums of San Francisco, joining the museums in December 2020. Working in both Cape Town, South Africa, and New York City over the past decade, she has focused on presenting the work of African artists, African American artists, and artists of the African diaspora, organizing numerous exhibitions and international initiatives. She worked at the Clark Institute for 7 years as the Assistant Director for Mellon Initiatives, and more recently as co-curator at the new Ford Foundation Center for Social Justice Art Gallery. She has also served as a curatorial advisor at the Face Foundation, curator in residence at Faction Art Projects in Harlem, and senior curator at the Goodman Gallery in South Africa. Natasha is one of the co-founders of Assembly Room, a curatorial platform for the advancement of women curators and artists in New York. She holds a master's in African history from the University of Western Cape, Cape Town, South Africa, and studied art history at Binghamton University, New York. Thank you so much for being here, Natasha.